I personally help people break out from their repeated failures despite the fact that they try everything they can to go to the next level. And limiting beliefs is one of the subjects we always talk about. So in this video, I reveal you to exactly what I tell them to overcome it. So let's first understand how belief works. Any belief that you have right now, it was only created by this process. You either encountered it or had evidence of it, then you added emotion into it. And that's what you're gonna call belief, or that's what you call it the truth. But it's only the truth for you, not for other people. That's why you see a lot of people having different realities. It's because they have a different belief system. The thing that makes your belief alive is your emotion. Trust me, if you have zero emotion behind any of your belief, you wouldn't have them in the first place. That's why Proverbs 4:23 says, protect your heart because life flows from it. Once you add emotion to anything that happened to you in life, it's gonna register to the subconscious mind. You gotta understand that your mind has three components: the normal mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind is God's mind, but you cannot reach to it right away. You gotta go through the subconscious mind. And the only language the subconscious mind understands is emotion. So that is why your belief is still alive, is because you have an emotion linked to it. And it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. It's the law that keeps you stuck that's gonna make you free as well. Your subconscious mind runs 90% of your behavior. That is why when you try to change your life, it never works out. Because consciously, yes, you wanna change your life, but subconsciously, it says otherwise. The reason it says otherwise is because your belief is linked to an event that happened to you either in the past or that you just had evidence from somebody else. Quick example, you see online that a lot of people say that it's hard to make money. You had evidence of that. Then you add emotion into it, wherever it's negative. You tell yourself, I will never make enough money. And then you just create a belief of, I will never make enough money because people say that it's hard to make money. Or let's say you even try to make more money and you failed. That's your encountering. You add emotion into it. You're sad. You're apathetic. You're disappointed by yourself. So now you're gonna create a belief of trying to improve is hard. Why? It's because you encountered it, you're disappointed about it, and then that's what your subconscious mind registered. So now every time you try to make more money or just to go to the next level, your subconscious mind, since it's running 90% of your behavior, it's gonna dictate the course of your life. And until you destroy it, you'll never be able to go to the next level. Consciously, you're fine. Subconsciously, you're cooked. That's why it's really hard to break from repeated failures in life. Because the more failures you have, the more emotion you're gonna put into it. And then from there, it's gonna be sent to your subconscious mind. So consciously, even though you try your best, subconsciously, you're being blocked by your own belief that you created by either encountering it or that you had evidence of it. But don't worry. There is a way to break this forever and to make it work in your favor. Now that you understand that emotion is the one keeping your belief alive, the only thing you can do to tweak that is to control your thoughts. You cannot control the thing you encountered, or you cannot control the thing that you had evidence of, but you can control what's in your mind. You can control your thoughts. And that's how Proverbs 4:25 comes in hand. It says, let your eyes look straight ahead and fix your gaze directly before you. That just means your thoughts need to be controlled. You only need to go to the direction you want them to go. Because as soon as you add any type of emotion into it, that's gonna create a belief. But since you cannot really control what's going on the outside world, your only option is to control the inside. And the way you control the inside is by controlling your thoughts. So in order for you to change any type of belief, it's your thought that you're gonna change. And then you add emotion into that thought. Another verse that is clear about this is Luke 6:45. And it says, a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart. And an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. Here the Bible, when it says in his heart, means your emotion. And if you have good thoughts and you add positive emotion into it, that's gonna make you prosper. That's gonna make you a good man. But on the other hand, if you have bad thoughts and you add emotion towards them, that's gonna make you evil. Evil here doesn't just come down to doing bad things. It comes down to thinking negatively. So if you want a negative life, just think negatively. But if you want a positive life, you can start to think positive and always have the right emotion linked to it. The way you overcome anything that you encountered or anything that you have evidence of is to use your thought, because you cannot control this. But the Bible told you that this is where you need to tweak first. Instead of the outside event that you added with emotion, you can start to create inside events that works in your favor and you add positive emotion towards it, and then that's gonna create you a new belief system. Let's take the example of it's hard to make money. You need to imagine a situation where it's easy for you to make money and all you have to do is use your thoughts. You add positive emotion into it and that's gonna create you a new belief. But don't worry, this is just the surface level. We're gonna dissect this way deeper. We just get it started.